Hey MMS, today we are learning from week 4, lesson 1. We're going to start off with this intro page. It's called Find the Math. So go ahead and take a moment to read this story at the top. Okay, if you need to pause it because maybe you need a little more time to read the story, go ahead and pause this. We're still working on ratios and rates, so that was from week 3. Today and in week 4, we're going to use ratios and rates a little bit more. So the story problem is that Joshua is playing baseball, and they're going to give us some different statistics about Joshua and him playing baseball. So number 1 is saying in one game, Joshua has 6 chances at bat. He makes 4 base hits. What is the ratio of hits to times at bat? So most important thing is to look at what they're asking us, right? They're asking us for the ratio of hits to times at bat. So we know that he makes 4 base hits and that he has 6 chances at bat. So we're just going to organize this into a ratio. So hits 4 to 6 times at bat. And you can write this with the colon 4 to 6. You could write it like this, 4 to 6, or you can write it in fraction form, 4 to 6, 4 over 6. Second question, in the same game, one of Joshua's hits is a home run. What is the ratio of home runs to hits? So we want to know ratio of home runs. Whoops. See if it'll let me go back. Okay, technical difficulties. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we want to know the ratio of home runs to hits. Okay, so home runs to hits. So we need to find the number of home runs to the number of hits. We know that he made 4 hits, and this was from the previous problem right here where it said hits. So we know there are going to be 4 hits, and they just said that in the same game, one of Joshua's hits is a home run. So that'd be 1. So it's going to be a 1 to 4 ratio. Again, you can also write it as 1 to 4 or 1 over 4. Last question. Joshua is the pitcher for his team. During 1 week this season, he pitched 12 innings out of 27 innings. When they say out of, that usually means they're going to tell you the total. Okay, so 12 innings out of 27. That means 27 right here. That's our total. What is the ratio of innings Joshua pitched to total innings played by the team? So we want to know innings he pitched to the total innings that his team played. So the innings he pitched is going to be right over here, 12 innings. And that's going to be to 27 total innings. A lot of finding these ratios is just identifying the information that they give you in the word problem. Okay, we have to do one more thing, and that is to write the ratio in simplest form. So we know that the ratio is 12 to 27. We just need to write this in simplest form. So I'm going to find something that 12 and 27 both have in common, and that would be the number 3. 3 is a factor of both of these numbers. Okay, that means we could multiply 3 to get the answer 12 or the answer 27. So if I divide 12 by 3, I'm going to get 4. And if I divide 27 by 3, I'm going to get 9. So 4/9 is your answer, and it is the most simplified version that you could get of this. All right, now week 4, lesson 1. So go ahead and turn to page 42. The key idea is to use a proportion table. It's going to help you to calculate missing ratios. So just like we were using cross multiplication when we had a ratio and we were missing part of it. Okay, remember we used cross multiplication. So we would do something like this and we would find that missing piece. Now we're going to learn to use proportion tables. It's just another strategy to help you and something a different way to learn how to find that missing piece. So over here we see that the ratio is 18 over 30 equals 33 over some missing piece right here. We set this up in a table. So if you wanted to create this table, just put a big square around this and make some extra lines and you'll have your own table. Now what you're trying to find out is the numbers on the outside, like right here. Okay, so we want to find numbers that will multiply to 18, for example, and we're going to put those numbers outside of that box. So what numbers multiply to 18? We could pick 1 and 18. The only thing is if you pick 1 and 18, 18, for example, would need to be used to multiply to 30. And 18, you can't multiply that to get 30. So we have to pick numbers on the outside over here that will work for 30 and 18 and 33. So for example, 3 times 6, you could multiply to get 18. And 3 times 11 would also give us 33. 6 times 5 would give us 30. So right here, I was able to find all the numbers that multiply to get these numbers. 3 times 6, 5 times 6, 3 times 11. Notice how I'm multiplying the numbers on the outside of the box to get my answer on the inside. So for this question mark, all I have to do is multiply 5 times 11, numbers on the outside. 5 times 11 equals 55. Okay, so your answer for this one would be 55. Let's do number 1 together real quick. So we're given this ratio here, and I'm just short on time, so that's why I'm not reading this, but please take a moment to read this. But we're given this ratio. It's already set up in the boxes for us. So we just have to figure out the outside numbers here. And it's actually given to us because they found that what we can multiply for 3, right? 1 times 3. 1 times 3 equals 3. 1 times 42 gives us 42. 3 times 6 would give us 18. And now we multiply 42 times 6, and we're going to be given the answer right here. So on the side, I'm going to do 42 times 6. 6 times 2 is 12. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 is 25. Okay, so that missing piece, the question mark, is 252. That's what you're doing today for lesson 1. Let Mr. Schmidt or I know if you have any questions.